Well, you can diagnose a reading difficulty in 5 minutes, and all you need to do is give a child a reading test, either a test of single words or a whole bunch of text. You look at how accurate they are, and you can see how fluent they are, how much they might read, how long it would take them to read a passage, or how many words they can read in a minute or whatever. And you can then ask them questions about the text and find out if they aren't taking meaning from that. But reading disability stroke dyslexia, as people understand it, is really not about understanding or taking meaning. It's about decoding those squiggles that's on the page. And so you can identify a problem very, very fast. A good teacher could do this in 5 or 10 minutes. Of course, what you want to look at is a child's performance over a period of time and the child's age. Well, one of the problems with this is that it's cost parents a great deal of money to get a diagnosis which is easily challenged and which doesn't stand up and for which there are no clear criteria. So firstly, that money, in my sense, it might be better spent getting extra help, extra tuition. The second major problem is that only some youngsters get the diagnosis because they are in a position where their families can perhaps have the resources or the time or the space or the wherewithal to get this diagnosis, but there's a whole load of youngsters that I've worked with the very similar complex reading difficulties who don't get that diagnosis, and those youngsters lose out both in terms of a way that society understands their problems, that they get less intervention and they may get fewer resources. That's because a lot of people really don't want the term dyslexia to be challenged. A lot of people find that term meaningful for them. Sometimes a lot of people have careers or businesses which are closely tied to the label dyslexia. A lot of people have difficulties of their own, or their children have difficulties for whom the diagnosis of dyslexia has proven personally helpful or meaningful for them. So for someone like me to challenge the scientific basis of this is not welcome, and I understand why it's not welcome. The fact is, though, that we have to be professional, scientific in the way we deal with things, even if that means that for some people it's a rather difficult and uncomfortable experience.